Oh my god.
What?
You're the worst rapierist.
What do you mean?
You're definitely the worst rapierist. You're also he might be also standing close to me in this fight because recognized he also recognized my rapier as being like shorter
Okay.
than him. Um, and also I'm using the super withdrawn guard,
Mm-hmm.
so we tend to stand closer
Okay.
when that happens.
So that was pretty good from you, though. Like, this is like something that I do a lot, right?
Yeah, I guess you do the delayed
Yeah, like a delayed thrust.
extension.
So like,
Yeah,
so like instead of the extension with the arm, you extend with the dagger, and then
yeah,
and
yeah.
then you extend with the arm once your foot is about to like land or when it lands, right? I think it's very strong.
Yes, yes, yes. It's actually how people like Nova hit me the most with
Yeah.
the super because like he really likes to move his body forward first
Mm-hmm.
and then extend only in the end, and that actually messed a lot of people's brain
Yeah. And Nova has
when
long
they
arms
want.
too, so like it's like when he moves his body, it's not as dangerous as when you and I
Right.
do it. And his timing is very good too. But like normally, I would say like an action like that's super dangerous if you don't have a dagger. Okay.
So I think for this exchange there are like two parts. So the first one is I kind of um I kind of tested Myles' reaction. Yeah,
Yeah.
his inside. Yeah, I tested his like panic inside parry
Mm-hmm.
using the dagger in the first kind of like recon, and then the second one is that I started my final attack out of out of my parry, out of my defense. So it's a parry, and then the moment he tried to recover backwards,
Yeah.
I follow up with a feint, and then that is actually very useful against very top level fencers.
Yeah. Like especially like a lot of top fencers tend to be pretty comfortable when they fence. So when
Yeah, yeah,
after they believe an exchange is done, like they settle, right? This is also something that I do on accident a lot, right? And you're not
yeah.
like as you're not ready to move. Like you're like this is done. We're gonna like step for a bit and then we're gonna reset. But
Right,
like
yeah, yeah,
an
yeah.
opponent can definitely if they're aware, they can see that and they can catch you. And
Yeah,
I've seen Myles
yeah.
like after his riposte, like even if like nothing, no one's been hit yet, he'll kind of relax somewhat, and I think it's kind of what happened. It looks like.
Yeah, that makes sense. Also, I think this happens to a lot of fencers. I definitely know that this happened to me as well.
Mm-hmm.
For example, if I get a parry, I oftentimes also feel like, oh, I'm safe. But if you follow up with a renewed attack, I got hit by that a lot. For example, when you fence me at Combatcon,
Yeah.
exactly the same event as me fencing Myles here. When you fence me that time, you hit me a lot with those like renewed attacks. You lunge, you hit, and then I parry that shot.
Mm-hmm.
But then you follow up with with another shot, and I oftentimes like because I feel I was safe, I can like relax a bit. But then boom, I got hit.
Yeah. Especially fence like so you I already told you my strategy, right? When I fence like higher skilled like fencers. So like
Yeah.
I have to be closer to reduce the chance of a complex action. So when I'm in there and I miss and no one's hit, I stick until I win. And if I and I only leave when I
Oh
feel
my
like
god.
I'm losing. Okay? So
Oh my god.
what?
You're the worst rapierist.
What do you mean?
You're definitely the worst rapierist. You're definitely you're definitely like a side sword main, to be honest, bro.
A s-
Like only people I think do that, they do side sword. Yeah.
Side sword. I mean, side sword is my favorite sword. So
Oh my god. Oh
side
my
sword is
god.
just
Okay.
rapier. It's just earlier rapier. I just do an earlier rapier source.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I only do the earliest or latest period source or sources.
Okay.
Modern Rob Childs or old Agrippa. That's all I do. Yeah, so yeah, again, like super close measure. Like it's basically whoever shoots first, like at that moment, and then you just shot first. But like both your swords, like, wait, did I? Yeah, like right there. Like, was your dagger even on his sword in that exchange?
I want to see again. Boom,
No.
boom, boom. Nope.
Yeah,
He missed.
Yeah, it's a very perilous distance. Like it would be perfect if you just had your dagger on it, but like he missed anyway, so I guess it's fine. But like if he didn't miss, you know. And again, I think this is it's again showing like I think Myles is a great fencer, right? Like I know it sounds like I like I don't like Myles or something, but I think Myles is very good. But I think like when he's at a close measure, like his skill is not as apparent. That's the thing you do again.
Yeah, you can see how tilted I was.
I'm like relax, set up, and then get hit. It's very funny.
Right. I was not expecting him to launch. You know, the very first moment we finished the previous exchange, and then we settle, and then boom, I just got hit. Okay, fine. And also it's a very slow launch.
What was it? Let me see.
Yeah,
that was pretty
again,
slow.
the lift and then drop. Right. Yeah. Sorry, Myles. I did not mean to to say any bad thing about your launch being slow. I was just like pointing out that launch is a slow one.
Myles is like this is something that I do, but I don't know if he's like playing around or I'm not sure exactly what he's trying to do here.
Right. I don't know why he lifted the sword up to the first guard. One sec. Because the way how I hit that shot is because I
you got him
in
while
the
he was
previous
lifting, right?
recon I noticed that he will lift, and then that will actually give me an opening.
Yeah. And it's also it's like another problem with like lifting your sword into first like this, right? Is like it's a really easy line for your dagger to get, especially if your dagger's above their sword, right? Which happens the second time. So when it's right here, your dagger's above it, right? So you just have to push down, which is pretty easy.
Yeah.
And like since it's angled down, when you push it down, it's just gonna go straight to the floor. So it's very dangerous to do it that way, especially that close. Okay.
Wait,
what?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I was saying, I was saying that was way too close. I don't know why we were fencing in that measure, but so here,
right there. I mean,
Yeah.
at this point,
I
you
was-
like this. If your dagger is still at this moment, like you have two choices. You either jump back, right? So you either like widen the distance again, or you immediately use your dagger from this position. Because like,
Yeah.
it like even though like he's bound out your sword, so he's like his like engagement on the sword is winning, right? He's also offering your sword to the dagger, right? It might be what he's waiting for, I think, right? But you have to step back, and then you take his sword. But yeah, it looks like that's what he wanted. But if you had taken his sword while stepping in, I don't think he would have been able to do this. But like you stepped back and then try to take the sword, and that's why like he was able to get his sword away from your dagger. But I think like once you're there, you have to commit, and like you did both. You did retreat and try to get the dagger at the same time.
I see what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ah. I know how I'm gonna fight you from now on, man.
Hey,
What?
stop laughing, okay?
Why?
Hey, I said this video is half good and half like amusing, okay? That's
Okay.
why I choose this video.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, okay.
So
Okay. To be honest, that was Myles. That was the longest lunge that Myles did in the video, okay?
yeah.
So there's a reason I felt safe there, okay?
And this is like, in my opinion, like right here, like where your back feet are, like at this distance, I think I would say this is Myles' best measure, right here.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And like now that he's gotten information on your dagger, like it's definitely just gonna hit. Oh, I thought something hit there, but I guess it didn't.
Oh, please don't look at. Okay, man.
Wow. Okay. So it's kind of the opposite of what happened last time, where like now that like you've offered like your blade's like close to his dagger, he takes it instead of you.
Yes, I was actually like waiting for that parry. Okay, so it's actually I put my dagger near my sword, and then I was like inviting him to go to the outside of my dagger arm, and I can parry that shot. But obviously, I put myself into the passive side way too much, and reaction is always slower than the action itself, and also I let him push way too close.
Yeah.
So
So
it was bad.
like at a certain distance, right? I know you know this, right? But like I just want to make it clear. When you're close, it's the proactive fencer who's gonna win. When it's further, like the reactive fencer is usually gonna win, right? But when you're that close, like like you said, like you can't react to it. You have to go first.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I was yapping to Myles exactly about what I said. I was like, I don't think I'm dumb, Myles. It's because I mean I fucked up, but that does not mean I'm dumb. Okay.
Yeah, this is a classic Yichen just complain.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm surprised that got you too. I'm gonna be honest, because it's similar to the attack that he just did on you earlier. And then he.
You know, I have other excuses. I can cope with this. Okay. I can say, it's not my sword. It's not my dagger. This is like the first fight of the day after a long drive. You know.
Okay.
Things like that. I can still.
Oh,
Cope.
okay. That was very interesting. Okay, so we're going in and out now. So we're being a little bit more mobile. Are we cosplaying back to load it? Not quite, but.
I think it's finally after all the exchanges of me getting hit. Finally, my cardio had enough rest that I can finally move in and out of it.
Okay, yeah. You're getting hit to rest. You're recuperating.
Rest.
You're recuperating cardio damage.
Yes. Yeah. When I get hit, it's because I want to rest. I can cope with that.
Okay, yeah. So like this one is like it looks like a pretty obvious invitation, right? So like you're like going in and out, waiting for him to attack when he was a little bit like a little bit further, I guess, than he thought. So you can get an easier parry. That's also why I like being mobile, so I can get my opponent into a very narrow measure. So I don't have to do it myself; they can do it for me. Okay. So again, with a lot of dagger movement, right? And I think you're like it's again like too much, right? I mean, you went for an attack here, but like it's not committed enough. I would have made the at least the way I fence. I would have been a little bit closer after I got his sword right there, right? I would have done that with an advance. Because if you had done it with an advance, definitely. Like it'd be so hard for him to parry. But now you like the distance, you're gonna have to lunge all the way.
Yeah, I should have retreated. Like even if in that one I did not advance and then finish the attack when I have the dagger control. When I recover back, I should retreat one more step because that was like in the danger zone.
Yeah.
Way too long.
Yeah. So I am almost 100% sure that you fainted inside and went outside, but it kind of looks like you fainted inside and then went inside.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, like it looks like that, right? It looks like you fainted inside, then went inside.
Yeah.
Into his dagger.
Sure.
It's very strange. Like honestly, that's just I think I would just call that like a what is it? Like a blunder, I think. You know?
Yeah.
It's just a mistake, and then now you're close, and he'll just hit you. So how satisfied are you with that?
I don't know. I mean, it's the first time you saw the video, right? You agree it's very amusing. So that's why I think this can be a good one for the video. But it's gonna harm my reputation. It's also social credit.
Yeah. I'm worried about my social credit with Myles after this video. I don't think I said anything too bad, but I'm not 100% sure.
I think I did a very long rant about Fabrice people who are not following Fabrice advice.
Yeah, that was probably the worst thing. That was definitely the worst. I don't think I said anything close to bad as that. So I think I'm
okay.
Good. Yeah.
Oh, did you? Oh no. Okay, I need to take that one out. Okay.